Is this going to be a good fight?
Right jab is coming
Good uppercut by Barrera. Left hand counter. Stunned Pacquiao.
A matchup between Pacquiao and the man who at that time was one of the two most famous, Marco Antonio Barrera.
Clean fight, pelea limpia, y buena suerte. Good luck. Touch him up.
9 first-round knockouts for Pacquiao, 6 for Barrera. Incidentally, 10,127 in the Alamo Dome for this fight when Pacquiao goes upstairs. So Pacquiao reaches out and goes to the body with both hands.
Jim, I'd like to point out that
Lawrence Cole's going to call that a knockdown as he motions Barrera to a neutral corner and applies the count. And already Barrera has knocked Pacquiao. Why'd you call that a knockdown?
I'm not sure that Cole saw
After the knockdown ruling by Lawrence Cole.
normally when he fights southpaws, he's more of a conservative, laid-back counterpuncher.
Hard left hand to the body by Fire, Manny.
Yes, he's changing. He's making Pacquiao back, something that Pacquiao was not prepared for.
Barrera takes a
Looking for Pacquiao is trying to find a way to get his straight left hand through the center, but he cannot seem to find the target.
June of 1997. Seemed to counter back accurately when Pacquiao lands over the top. Now Barrera goes with the body. The left heavy punch land. It looked as much like a slip. Left hand counter by Barrera. Hard right hand to the body by Pacquiao. Great action in the first round.
3 of Barrera's last 5 fights. Surprisingly, Barrera is much more aggressive than I expected.
But already you see that Pacquiao has a reach advantage. Barrera can't seem to counter. With a will speak Spanish, our interpreter is Ray Torres. Good left hand to the body and a left upstairs by Marco Antonio Barrera.
When he comes in and he's going to go underneath, you got to hit him on the top.
I scored that round 10-9 for Barrera because Barrera is successful.
To block more of Pacquiao's punches upstairs for this.
Pacquiao has been getting his left hand in just like there.
That's the most desperate look I've ever seen on Barrera with left hands. Marco's hanging in now.
Knockdown usually is.
Yeah, Harold Letterman goes with the 10-8.
He's had 4 or 5 of them, 6 in the last 30 seconds.
Gloves. So Barrera making a key tactical move. He never shows emotion in the ring. Big combination by Barrera as he catches Pacquiao coming in.
Through the center.
They're probably some in this arena who
He's going
didn't
to survive it, but if he does, it's so slow and lethargic, he's not able to even take advantage of the reduction in
the first round when he stepped forward 1 step to get into range to land his jab.
Always been the most vulnerable when he shoots his jab because he jabs and he pushes it out and leaves it.
Pacquiao wants, or what his chances might be against Marco Antonio Barrera. Now they know as Pacquiao has come out with a determined rally in round 2. 2000, not like this. Hard left hand, straight on the button by Pacquiao. Down goes Barrera. He's been knocked down 3 times in his career.
There's that left hand again. He doesn't see it coming, or he just
fight.
Is Barrera prepared
to survive this round? And Pacquiao runs out of gas a few
In that
rounds.
sequence.
And Pacquiao seems to be getting his rhythm again. And at this stage, the clear punches for the most part of this round are still being landed by Pacquiao.
Shots of his own. Hard body shots from Pacquiao. Against Marco Antonio Barrera. Now they know as Pacquiao tries to go ahead and finish Barrera.
2 rounds later, Pacquiao's going to be in trouble. But at this stage right here, using the jab very effectively, trying to get his range. And I think he's going to shoot the jab at a slow speed. Tactically control with the jab. But Pacquiao is trying to take control. Is this going to be a good fight?
at speed.
Well, Pacquiao's got a little rhythm. He doesn't just come straight in. He goes a little kind of semi.
Pacquiao is striping Barrera with left hand. Takes advantage. Big left hand. A wobbly Barrera trying to fend him off. Trying to get back up on the scorecards after that. None at this point. And with a knockdown point for Pacquiao.
Straight left through the center. Perfect punch. It's what Pacquiao has been trying to do all night long. He finally...
Okay, you don't have to slug it out. You don't have to fight with him.
85 in the 3rd round. Landing 34.
He's rhythm back together again. And Barrera seems to just still look a little too slow. Even when he's punching.
This is, in a real sense, Barrera's hometown.
Pacquiao's going to take off at the last 3 rounds and ease up at all. I think he's going to fight. This kid is fighting with so much speed and so much determination. I don't think he's going to
Got to disrespect Barrera, and so far he's done it.
He's doing a great job of it.
As he moves and bows. Victory tonight if he's going to be able to win.
At this stage, Barrera still looks like he's very jabs. He draws his right hand to his right side of his head.
Even though Marco Antonio Barrera is only 29 years old.
Julio Cesar Chavez.
He hadn't been able to do enough about it so far. Since round one.
He doesn't have the speed tonight.
Thinks he's hurt Pacquiao. Chases him down a little bit. Manny raises his arms to say, yeah, come on, trade with me.
Pacquiao seems to have gotten his rhythm back together.
For the moment, gives as good as he takes. Marco backing Pacquiao up with a counter right. Barrera getting 3 chances. He's been a fighting professional for 50 years. Or 15 years, I should say. Judges who gave Chavez his draw with Whitaker. Got a draw with Pernell Whitaker. But Pacquiao's body punches set up another knockdown, and Lawrence Cole says it's not a knockdown. Their feet must have been tangled up. I'll tell you what, that was a hard left hand, and there's another one like it.
That looked like more.
And Barrera was off balance. But you could call it a knockdown because any blow that lands above the waist that causes a person to go down legally is a knockdown.
Hey, knockdown.
It was more
high number for the fight. Harold Letterman, have you found any round since the first to give to Barrera?
No, Jim. Aggressive, landing the harder shots.
Question, if he hit the wet spot, and that's why landing them. And he backs Barrera into the ropes and hammers him again. And now there's a big cut on Barrera's left eye. And he's claiming that he was butted. And Pacquiao's green is a little headbutt, and it is a big cut.
It's not really his choice. If he chooses not to.
Barrera seemed to be asking for a DQ against Pacquiao, but Cole had already ruled it an accident.
I don't think it's going to change neither.
He's not going to try to box him. He's going to trade.
He's got to go.
Hard left hand by Barrera.
Let him take control over this fight. Even when he flares back, he's determined to come right back. Now the right jab is coming.
Good uppercut by Barrera. Left hand counter. Stuns Pacquiao.
Referee Lawrence Cole properly warning.
Leaves the hand on punch. And
Barrera wincing, the blood dripping into the corner.
Position where Barrera gets the cut. And what's interesting, there's another bad headbutt. But Pacquiao came back to
Pacquiao throwing many more punches.
Following Mayorga. Perhaps with more skill.
Before the fight, they tried, without question, to wipe that wet spot.
Coming at him.
Perfect word. It's been an avalanche. Marco Antonio Marco has to hope that he'll catch Pacquiao coming in with something big. The irresistible force.
Still not quite as much power in his weight class.
But it brings a lot of
Use the towel. It gets wet from sweat. There's no question.
Round 7
corner of his eye.
And Pacquiao still determined not to let him. Brings a lot of spirit, too much like Mayorga. And that's really a quality that is hard to give a fighter. Following the left hand is becoming a very effective punch in the fight now.
I don't know to make that much difference now, Manny.
No, I think this stays.
It's going to be a slugfest from here on in. Barrera understands he can't box for a minute with any more. He's not going to. Now Barrera butts Pacquiao intentionally, and you saw it. He went right at him with his head. Pacquiao up. Hard right hand by Barrera. Uppercut landed. Didn't manage to. The small victory for Oscar tonight. Pacquiao giving Barrera momentary breathing space. Decision.
Punches now. He's doing volumes of punches. Just enough to keep him busy.
Right.
I don't think that's going to
punishment.
happen.
Left hand to the body weakens opponents.
But off of this, I'm not sure that even if there is.
Well, I tell you what, as big as he is down there,
advantage to drive him into the ropes and try to mount some aggression. Uppercut.
Pacquiao's really finding a home for that straight left that was shown in the past.
Big left hand again by Pacquiao. Pacquiao showing tremendous stamina. Doesn't seem to want to slow down at all. And now Dickie Cole is going to warn Manny Pacquiao.
Neutral corner. Time. -1. -1.
Against Barrera.
I think because Barrera did he try to butt it? So again, this is takes where you're like, I can safely coach to lose on a decision. I can gamble and let it all go out for a knockout.
Well, what you have is Manny Pacquiao annihilating a guy who was universally superstar in the making. Manny Pacquiao with a sensational performance so far. Landed sharply to the body. Pacquiao lands a left hand. Barrera counters back with a left and a right. Barrera talking to the referee and saying, what about him? More and more it looks as though Barrera is doomed to just play out the string here.
But I agree with you. I don't know if
Pacquiao. Barrera having trouble seeing out of his left eye. Assaulting Marco Antonio. Pacquiao just hammering him. Just hammering him.
Right movement of this guy. So in that case, you just have to go for your power.
It means nothing to Barrera now. -40 wouldn't hurt him. He can't win
rounds of a beating.
I don't believe so, because he's never.
That's all there is to it. Just one quick point. In round 7, Lawrence Cole is
He's retreating. He's doing enough to just get by.
Fighters in the sport.
Larry, that's a good question, but I asked Oscar that at the fighters meeting yesterday, because I was concerned that right now he cannot time the rhythm and the movement of Pacquiao. The punches, and Pacquiao is smart. He's not really throwing systematically dismounts his guys, but never just a one-punch fighter.
Right. Barrera mugging him and about to leave him in the gutter with a lopsided loss.
Pick it up on him, okay? Now, Manny, you followed him the whole round. You gotta cut the ring off. You know what? Okay. Don't follow this man. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. Now here, he's walking right into the hook, right?
Pacquiao to go for it. He doesn't want to leave anything to chance.
And you're going to have to keep fighting them back when they make that move. If you slow down, you'll lose the fight often. That's why those guys.
Not to go to the end.
I can't imagine.
He's not coasting. He's not lighting it up like a lot.
You have to wonder now whether the Morales will ever happen for Barrera.
Looking for that right hook opportunity. They have to eat a lot of left hands to do it.
Whenever you fight a good fighter, a great fighter, such
as great as Barrera is, should his corner keep sending him out to take this kind
Barrera is one of the highest
for late in the fight. That once these guys realize that they're losing, they use them.
Fighters in the world.
He's an icon.
Been one of the most entertaining fighters in the world. One of the most complete fighters in the world.
One of the most fighters in the world right at this moment. Official knockdown of the fight for Pacquiao. He's right on top of Barrera. There's no way a great fighter should have to go through.
Yeah, the guy that was
he's getting hurt great.
Knockdown.
But he's taking a lot more minutes of this.
No, because Pacquiao is not backing off.
I wouldn't send him out for the 12th round, Manny.
Yes,
in that occasion.
Barrera's corner man is up on the apron. He's going to step into the ring. That's a good decision. Finally. They could have done that 2 rounds ago.
Young fighter.
Awesome.
We are not going to have to go through.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes in round number 11. The official time, 2 minutes, 56 seconds as referee Lawrence Cole calls a halt to the action. The winner, Manny Pacman Pacquiao.